feel very rushed. I feel like I'm behind. I'm not. The problem is we've had pretty much just freezing temperatures and rain consistently for about 3 weeks. It's just been, so anything I've wanted to plant it, I haven't really been able to. So I've just said put a pause on it and wait till the weather's better. And the weather seems to be getting a lot better. Not amazing, still getting lots of rain, but it is getting better. So today I'm just going to plant. I'm going to get the jobs done that I've probably been wanting to get done for a while. I'm going to get weeds from this because my compost is terrible. Every time, I don't know if you guys get this, every time I do my compost, I always get tiny bits of glass, and I don't know where it comes from, but it always appears. This is what I want to plant. Some of it probably could wait. Yeah, the reason why I'm doing it now, some of them are fine to be planted now. Some could probably wait a few months or something like that, or weeks. The reason why I'm doing it now is purely because I just want to collect my seed drawer out. So I've got all my old seeds. If I plant them now and they don't grow, I can go and buy fresh ones, and I know I've tried them. I'm weird like that. I don't like to throw seeds out. I like to give them a chance. So here's their chance. So I'm going to plant all this. I'll let you know at the end. Yeah, so basically my plan is this year, I'm just going to use these old meat tubs. I've got loads of them lying around. So instead of buying pots, I'm just going to fill these up. And like if I do tomatoes, just throw all tomatoes in, see how I go. I'm not bothered about labelling them because I only keep about 4 or 5 for the polytunnel anyway. So and once they grow, you can tell if they're cherry or big ones. And it's the same with like some of the onions. Obviously the spring onions and onions I keep separate, but the varieties I'm not bothered about them being mixed. Whichever grows. The reason why I don't want to buy new seeds is why if I can get these ones growing next year, I want to kind of harvest my own seeds from now on. I don't want to keep relying, going to shops and stuff. I want to kind of get a process where every year I'm using my own seeds that I've collected. I have got some seeds I've collected last year. So these are, I don't know if you can see, these are peas, broad beans, runner beans. So I'm going to give them a go. Some chilies as well. I'm going to give them a go, see if they grow this year first before I plant the ones that I've said I'm going to plant. So yeah, we'll see how they go. Good experiment. And I got a mango seed I collected the other day. I don't know why, but we'll see what happens there. I'm doing these broad beans. These are my seeds from last year. Usually you plant them straight into the ground. I'm going to just try them in here, just in case we do get a few frosts and they get ruined. So because the weather's been very unpredictable this year. So I'm going to plant these in here, get them started off, and then gently move them over without trying to disturb them, because I know these don't like being moved that much. That's 12. I'll keep them just in case. And they're labelled. So I just want to explain a little bit more about the chilies I wanted to plant. So last year, in the polytunnel, I usually do my chilies in pots, but last year I did them in the ground and I did them quite close together. But I did different varieties, and what I wanted them to do was kind of like pollinate each other. So I collected the seeds, and then this year when I sow them. So this year when I plant them, I don't know what I'm going to get. So every year what I want to do is plant them all close together. Let them kind of pollinate, and each year I'm probably going to get different types of varieties of chilies that are just randomly made by nature. So that's my thinking. So we'll see how it goes. And we'll see what we get. So basically, I'm going to plant chili seeds, and I don't know what I'm planting. They could be any variety, or they could be a mixed or anything. So it'll be interesting this year to see if these grow. It'll be interesting to see what we do here. I know it might be too early for the chilies, especially to keep them in the greenhouse, but I'm going to risk it because they do need a very long growing season. I have got some ready here. I've just moved them in the greenhouse. It does get warm in here. At the moment, it's probably about 16. I know chilies need about 20 degrees, and with the sun out, it does get to that temperature. Hopefully, we don't get any more freezing nights. But yeah, so I'm going to take the risk and see how we go. So I've planted loads. I've just scattered them around. I'm just going to put some soil on top and just leave them be. Hopefully they'll grow. The reason why is because I have no idea if these are going to grow. The ones that I've kept, the seeds might be useless. So I'm going to give them a couple of weeks. Hopefully they will sprout and do something. And then if not, I'll just have to buy some and start again. So joys of gardening. When I plant stuff, I don't really label as much. I'm not too bothered what grows and what doesn't, and especially on varieties and things like that. And the reason why I just enjoy planting, just seeing what comes up really, and that's why I do enjoy gardening. Whereas obviously, keep everything separate if you are be wanting to be very organised and grow specific varieties of certain plants. But I'm more of a throw it in, see what comes up. I'm going to do some spring onions as well. These are very old seeds I've just found, but we're going to see if they grow. If you follow the channel, you'll know we would have done the ones from the supermarket where we cut them off. I mean, they're still growing. For some reason, I haven't harvested them yet. I'm just interested to see what they do. But I might just do the same again, recut it, maybe smaller, and see if they grow. But we're going to do these ones. Hopefully, these will grow. I'm out of soil. So I've gone and got some more. So I'm just going to sift this. What the odds? Busy day. It's fun now. I like this part of the year. So I've just showed. Well, I'm going to do this mango for some weird reason, and it'll be interesting to see if that grows. I've just got some leeks and some weird tomatoes I found years ago. So see how they do. I want to replant these chilies because they're getting all stringy because they've been on the windowsill so long. That's why I've brought them down. It's probably too early. Hopefully they'll survive through and I can try and straighten them up. Yeah, and there is a few more things I want to get in as well. So at Christmas, my wife bought me some like quite peculiar things. Sorry, it's quite peculiar plants. So this one is dragon fruit. So I'm going to try that. Let's see how it goes. Should be able to stay in the greenhouse. Yeah, should be able to stay in the greenhouse. A banana plant. I know. And I'm not going to plant these. Oh god, I'm not going to plant these now. But it's the Dill's Atlantic giant pumpkins. I've always wanted to do the really big, really big pumpkins. And obviously, it's not just planting the seeds. You need to do things. But I'm just going to plant the seed, and just do what I usually do, and hope for the best, and see if they are any bigger than the. I've kept some seeds from last year, so I'm going to compare them. Yeah. So I'm going to get them planted. I know the dragon fruit and banana plant are not going to fruit ever because this climate's just too cold. But if you grow them or you have grown them, you got any tips, please let me know because I know it's going to be a long process, probably 5 years before I even see anything. But yeah, so let me know. Let me know what you do, where you store it, how much you water it, anything, and will be handy. So this mango seed I got from a shop. I wrapped it in, so it's just a supermarket mango. I wrapped it in tissue, wet it, and then put it in a bag for about a week or two, and it's started producing that nodule. I'm presuming that's a root, so I'm going to put that face down, and hopefully I'm right. Never grown these before, obviously. If you have, let me know. This might not do anything. I know it's not going to fruit. It'll be interesting just to follow the process. So, in it goes. So I've just put it in this pot. I think this is more than big enough for it for now. And then hopefully we can move it to a bigger pot and maybe a pot outside. If they grow outside, I don't know. Maybe I have to keep it in a greenhouse. I don't know. Let me know if you know. The banana seeds. I think I'll plant probably 4. That's what they look like. Very distinct. Anyway, so 4 little holes. I'm going to plant them in these small ones because I want to keep them in here as long as I can. I know these are going to be very slow growing. Like I said, I've never planted these before. I don't even know if they will do well here. People do grow them in this country, England, that is. But if you grow them in another country and you know a lot about them, please share your knowledge. But I like to grow interesting things. And now we're going to do the dragon fruit. There are seeds there, very small. So I'm probably going to do about 6 of these. I'm getting so many insects. I keep finding ants. I think in my compost there must be an ant's nest at the bottom or something. There's there's ants everywhere. Hopefully they'll crawl out of these pots and not lay home. I'm sure they won't. Right. Them seeds are very, very small. So hopefully they're in right. A tiny bit of compost on them. Right. Fingers crossed for them. So I've just got one more job today because I've done too much. Yeah, one more job. So as you can see, these chillers. The problem is when you do chillers on your windows, it was great to start them off early, but it kind of like forces their growth. And as you can see, the roots, because they've been let down. So I want to get these a little bit deeper, kind of straighten them out a bit, and hopefully they'll survive in this greenhouse. We probably will get a few frosts, but hopefully, I mean, it might stunt the growth a little bit. I think it's better than keeping them on the windowsill, to be honest. Even that one. So, but these are, we've planted seeds. Hopefully they'll grow, and these should be a bit of a backup as well. I want to plant these into bigger ones, so I'm probably going to need 4 bigger ones. Should really fill it halfway, fill the plant in, and then fill around it. These spots probably still are too small for the plant, but I just want to kind of keep it going just until it's ready to plant in the ground in the polytunnel. I don't want to do it now, just in case it is too cold on the ground. Whereas in the greenhouse, I can change the location to a hotter, a warmer spot. All right, and these need time to repair themselves as well because they're not looking so good. Yeah, this is going to crumble out. It's not going to come out as a whole, which is a shame. Yeah, it's ripped some of the root. So these are not doing so well. But we can bring them back. That soil is just too clumpy as well. I'm not going to use it. I'm going to fill around it. It's a good thing with plants. They're very versatile. They're also very fragile. Garden spider in there. Yeah, I've got something special for you. So I'm just going to finish planting these and then I'll let you know what I've done. I've got no small sticks. I can only find these, so these I'll have to do. So, in fact, the plan is put a stick in there and just tie it up just to guide the growth. Unfortunately, I have no biodegradable string, but what I'll do, I'll make sure this does not fall into the ground. I will place it into a proper bin, but obviously, if you can at times, try and get the biodegradable ones because if you do lose them, they do just degrade into the soil, and it's not, because you don't want to be digging up string in years to come because it's still there. And if you look, so I've just tied it there. Oh, sorry, yeah, I've just tied it there, and hopefully that should strengthen the growth and guide it to go up. In an ideal world, I'd like to keep these inside a lot longer because we're only towards the end of February. We can get frost, especially in England, up to even April. Hopefully they'll be warm enough in here. If they do get a few frost, they'll be fine. I think they probably will. The growth probably will stunt on these, which is fine. But when it gets warmer, hopefully they will begin to regrow again and catch up. But if I kept them in any longer, especially in that soil and in them conditions, they would have died anyway. So we're giving them new lease of life. But what I wanted to show you is, so I've never tried this before. I know a lot of people do it, and I've seen. So I've collected kind of like banana peels, any peels really. As you can see, I kind of like made my own food, not for me, for the plants. So I've collected it. I chopped it all up, dried it out, and then blended it up into like a powder. And what I'm planning on doing is putting them on these chilies. Most of it's banana peel, and hopefully it'll give them a good feed as well. So when I water it through, I'm just going to set it on top. I was going to put it in the soil, but I don't want to overbear it, so it can slowly just break down and go into the soil over time. And then just maybe every 2-3 weeks, add a tiny bit more. And if it works, I'm going to make some more for all my plants. So, you'd never have to buy feed again. So if you do this, let me know. Let me know what you tried for what plant as well. But it looks okay. And it's organic. You know where it's come from. No chemicals or nothing. So, but if you do make your own plant food, let me know what you add to it and how to do it. I'm very intrigued. I'm only going to put just say that much on, just like a little handful, because I don't want to over, because obviously I don't want to overfeed them, but just kind of put it near the. That's enough. Hopefully, I don't know. Who knows? Put it off the leaves, and then I'm going to water that, and that should gradually over time, the water break down and go into the roots and feed the plants, which they desperately need at the moment. So yeah, if this method works, it means I'll never have to buy plant feed again, and all the scraps, peels that you get, you can just repurpose. It's easy to do. Just literally got a blender, just chop them up, dry them, and then blend when they're dry. Blend them into a powder, and it's done. All right, so I'm going to show you what we planted. So I'll say none of these have been watered yet. I'm going to water them in a minute. Especially chilies, they're crying out for water at the moment because they've just been. So these are the chilies that we're growing at home. We've got the banana plant there and the dragon fruit. A little confession. I think I might have got them mixed up, but let's hopefully we'll be okay. We've done mango, and we've got a bit weird tomatoes because they're just random tomato seeds that I found that I've never heard the variety of. I've done some leeks. Here I've done spinach, broccoli, and aubergines. I've done them chilies. So they're the seeds that I collected last year. So fingers crossed they'll grow because it'll be interesting to see which how they turn out, what grows. Has been any like modifications or anything like that. Here we've got cauliflower, broccoli, and cabbage. So give them a good start. Spring onions. I'm hoping to keep them in there, fingers crossed, but normal tomatoes. So these are, so at the back we got kind of normal sized tomatoes, and then I think the moneymaker, and then at the front we got cherry tomatoes. We've got some broad beans here. I do usually do them in the ground, but I'm just because of the weather, I'm a bit apprehensive, so I'm just going to start them off here and then plant them over. And then here we're trying them onion seeds. I'm going to have to put them bulbs in. Next time I'm down here. just give you an eye catch up on the cactus. I haven't watered these; they are drying out. I don't know if they are surviving. The other one did die, and this is the famous Venus flytrap, and it seems to be okay. I'm keeping it in water now. Someone did say on the comments to leave it in water, which I am doing. I'm trying to a lot of water because I want it to really touch the roots. Hopefully they are, and it seems to be okay. I don't know if anyone knows about Venus flytraps. Let me know. Just to let you know, I can't see it because the sun's in there. Yeah, so the temperature, I've closed the door in the greenhouse and it's getting to 20 degrees in here, which is perfect. I know at night it's going to be a lot colder, but at least we're getting some, yeah, some good weather.